Hey there, Streakers. Hopefully you are having a fantastic day. This is episode number 300 of the Streakin podcast. That's right, number 300. That is quite a number to have. In fact, most podcasts, according to statistics, are finished after just 21 episodes. They in and out after 21 episodes. This shows how good it is to start a streak. If you really want to start a podcast, there's many people who have asked me, what is it that you need to do in order to start a podcast or keep a podcast going? Well, one, obviously, to have a subject, have something that you're going to approach in maybe a different way or in a way that is unique to you or in something that you're passionate about. Obviously, we started this one because we're passionate about streaking. The second thing to do is after you've decided what your subject is, then you need to set a streak. And that streak can be record at least once a week, record at least once a month, or record every day. Now, in the laws of streaking, we talk about making something laughably simple. So if you want to have a podcast and you haven't been doing one, you may want to make it laughably simple. In other words, something that is a few minutes long, if that. You record it every day and you publish it. That will get you started on the road. And then when you're ready, you can increase either the length or the frequency of the podcast. The key is that you are building up your consecutive muscle before you go about doing something that is, well, ridiculously hard. And honestly, once you build up that consecutive muscle, what you then can do that may have seemed hard before now starts to be something that is easier or easy to do. That's building the strength. But the strength is built in a different area than what people usually assume. You see, the strength is in your consecutiveness. And I know this sounds really odd, and I wish I had, and maybe I will in later podcasts, a better way to emphasize and to illustrate just how significant being consecutive is. Of all the studies that we've done, of everything that we've seen, the successful people are the ones who are consecutive in the mundane. So with that being said, I thought it might be a little bit of fun to review some streaking news. Streaking started with Jamie and I 8 years ago. And since that time, we've added thousands of people to the Streakin app. In fact, today there's over 16,000 registered users of the Streakin app. Now, that may seem small in the world of online influencers and apps that reach hundreds of millions. However, for the Streakin app, it's quite significant because this app, the way in its form as it is right now, started in February, and we started building from there. Now, with that, there are several thousand streaks completed in a week and more than 1,000 streaks completed in a day from any number of users. And as you go through the Discover page on the Streakin app and look at what streaks are being done, it's rather inspirational. For example, I'm in the traditional cooking school at least twice a week. Tag one picture in Family Search. As you keep going on here, I love this one because it's one of my original streaks. Floss daily. My streak is to floss at least 2 times daily. Here's another one. Good morning journal. Another one. Walk at least 5,000 steps. That's on 29 weeks. Congratulations. Superhero pose. That's at 3 days. Way to go. Way to get started. By the way, in the recent studies that we've done, not we've done, but the professors have done and that we've studied and looked at, they count a streak as anything that is 3 days or longer. It takes a little bit longer to build up the consecutive muscle, but there's a lot of truth in that. Here's one of the ones that I have not started, a cold shower. Take at least one cold shower every day. Here's one of our streakers, has quite a few that are over several years. This one, update YNAB at least 5 times each week. That's 132 weeks strong and still going. Or read at least one verse of scripture a day, 1,110 days. Really fantastic. This is one of my favorite. And anytime it gets to repeated numbers, Read at least one fiction paragraph daily, 888. This one, by the way, is one that I copied because I was reading a whole bunch of nonfiction, which is great, and still doing that, but I wasn't getting my fiction reading in, so I decided to go after that. As you keep going down here, practice one Duolingo lesson daily. There's a lot of people that have Duolingo and do the Duolingo streak, which Duolingo has capitalized on. I mean, they really do promote and ask people to keep their streak alive. They have a couple of different ways you can keep your streak alive as well. You can earn, and by the way, this isn't anything that I know firsthand because I don't use Duolingo, but it's what has been reported to me is that you can freeze your streak for a little bit of cash, or you can earn free streak saves, something like that. So Duolingo wants you in their app and using it as much as possible, as long as possible. Which brings me to a little bit the final streaking news, or a question that I want to ask all of you. As you look at streaking and streaks, is there any room for freezing your streak? Because that's the Duolingo question, but it's also our question. A study was once done recently done, that studied streaks and breaking of streaks. And in that study, it said that if those who are doing a streak are given the opportunity to repair their streak, in other words, they missed a day and therefore the streak broke, if they're given an opportunity to repair the streak, the likelihood that they'll come back to your app is greater, significantly greater. So the question is this: when we set up streaking, and the reason why we do streaking is to promote good behaviors in our life, to have something that we're deliberate and intentional about. So the question I have for you is, should we allow repairs on the streaking app? And if so, how should we do that? I'm interested in your answer. Get back to me at Jeffrey, Jeffery, at thestreakingapp.com, or you can go ahead and download the app and you can create a comment in there. The other thing that you could do if you're interested in streaking, other than downloading the app at the Apple App Store or Google Play, is leave a review. And in the review, you can say if we should be able to repair a streak or not. Leave a review on the streaking app itself or the streaking book, always available at anywhere books are sold. It's a fantastic book. It's a quick read to be able to know and understand how to get streaking, winning streaks in your life. Any of those methods, subscribe to this podcast. Let us know what it is you'd like to hear, or let me know. Until we talk again, keep streaking.